Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United and what is probably going to be the last competitive episode of this series. I think we'll finish off the Premier League race today. There's only 4 games left to go. They're very big and interesting games against Spurs, Chelsea, City and Liverpool. So that won't take too much time to get through. Hopefully we'll know if we win the Premier League by the end of this episode. But I will do one more episode where we maybe look over what's happened over the last decade of managing this club, all the way from the Championship into Premier League champions. That was the goal of the series. We haven't won the Champions League. It's the only thing holding us back, but that is something that I think I might save for the future. If we do decide to revisit this series, we could do another season where we go after the Champions League again. But right now, I think I need at least a break from the series, and we will be starting a brand new series over the weekend. Now, I have decided what that series is going to be and which team I'm going to be taking on. And if you want to see what team that is, you should check out my Twitter. I did a Twitter poll to decide which team to take on. Links are in the description, so go over there and you will see which team we'll be playing with over the weekend. But we right now need to focus on winning the Premier League, and that starts with a game at home against Spurs. The big one is against Man City at the Etihad. At the moment, we're 1 point clear at the top, but we do have this game in hand against Spurs, so we need to get the win. I am putting out our strongest 11 in the home formations, so Paulo Roberto is going to be on the left, Sobral is on the right, Simonsen up the middle, Yates, Lloyd, Kovacic and Cook in the middle of the area as well. Linor, Lucas, Bob and Mamana are the back four with Ketchel in goal. We have lost Gareth Breen. He is injured for just a couple of days, so he'll be back after this game. So Sobral will need to do a job for us on that right-hand side until he's back to full fitness. Valerie to Felix. Ball into Ontiveros, who's put the cross in. I think it's deflected in off our own player. It's gone down as an Ontiveros goal apparently, but we're 1-0 down half hour into this game. Simonson's free kick, he's gone for goal and he's found the top corner as well. For a man who doesn't like the big games, that was one heck of an important goal. Bernat forward to Guedes. He's lost the ball to Mamana now. Simonsen needs to play it across. He's found Melagoni. Kovacic to Sobral. Melagoni again. We are playing with the two up front in the away formation now. Sobral off to Cook. Simonsen is making a run. Mamana's found instead. He puts it in towards Imperiale. Melagoni's back on the ball. Now Mamana can try again. Puts it across the floor and Lewis Cook is there. With 15 minutes to go, he scores what could be a title-deciding goal. There's a full-time whistle. Lewis Cook has won this very important game for us, getting us the crucial 3 points. Means we are now 4 points clear, 3 games left to play. 2 wins will give us the title, and we've got 2 home games to play. Well, the way things are at the moment in the league, we are 1 point clear with that game in hand. So technically we can lose today and draw with Man City and still be in control of the title race. But I want the win. That way, if Man City do beat us, it's still all in our own hands. Chelsea should be more tired than us. They played on Thursday. It's currently Sunday. We've had over a week's rest. So everybody is fully fit. Gareth Breen's also back in the team. I am using the away formation. The home formation didn't work out very well against Spurs. It was only when I switched to the away formation that we started to turn things around. But Breen and Simonsen being up top with Yates, Lloyd just behind them will be a huge advantage to the squad. Melagoni, Kovacic and Cook will do a solid job in midfield as they have done for the last few seasons. Linor, Lucas, Bob and Mamana are good across the back four. It's a shame that we are missing a player back there. But with Ketchel in goal, we should be absolutely fine. It's all about making sure we dig deep for just 3 more games and secure this Premier League title. Sousa's free kick, edge of the area. Sobral heads it away. We have been the dominant team, but we've not really been able to create a chance. This is the first highlight of the game. Sobral heads the ball away. I've taken Simonsen off because he was underperforming. Sousa to Pop. Now Ibrahim finds Eden Hazard. Mamana's taken the ball from the ageing winger. Kovacic dinks it over the top. Gareth Breen's in behind the defence. He's still going, Gareth Breen. And Gareth Breen has scored on the hour mark to give us the lead against Chelsea. His 20th goal of the season. Linor into Bob. There's Sobral. Tries to switch the ball. Mamana has it instead. He plays in. Sobral's in on goal. And the substitute makes it 2-0. He came on for an underperforming Simonsen and he gets his goal. Linor to Paolo Roberto. There's Lewis Cook, edge of the area, onto Kovacic, who can strike them. He plays it into Breen instead, and that was a great effort. It didn't find the bottom corner. With just 2 minutes left, I feel like we've probably got these points sewed up. Chelsea have not been good enough today. I think their tiredness has really been a factor. Just 41% possession for them. Here's Linor down the left flank, taken out by Krejci, I think is how you pronounce that name. Maybe Krejci. But we've got a free kick. Paolo Roberto is going to take it. He swings it in, and Paolo Roberto gets there. And it's gone in. It's deflected off Nash into the back of the net for 3-0. And we're looking very comfortable from here. There's a full-time whistle. It's a thoroughly deserved victory against Chelsea. We had 4 crunch games at the end of this season. We've won the first 2. It means even if we lose to Manchester City, we'll still have the chance to win the title all on our own in the final game of this season. And hopefully we can finish on 90 points or above. City could obviously lose one of the next 2 games and just throw the title away. But it's all going to come down to this match with Manchester City at the Etihad, as it has done for the last 2 seasons. You may remember the first time Man City got the victory in that match. It stopped us winning the league. They went on to win it instead. Then last season, the same fixture at the same time. I think it might even have been game 37 again. We managed to get the win and we won the title that year. And it's all going to come down to it for the 3rd season in a row. We are the favourites by a mile with that 4-point advantage. But hopefully we can get the victory and wrap up the title with a game to spare. Well, here it is, the biggest game of our season. We're away against Manchester City. If we win today, we win the title. If we draw today, we win the title. It's as simple as not getting beaten. That's all that matters. But even with that said, I'm going with a more aggressive away formation. I think we can win this game. Man City were in a draining Champions League semi-final against their City rivals, Manchester United. I think they're weak. I think they're tired. And I think we can move 7 points clear with a game to spare in the league, because they've also got the FA Cup final coming up. So they've got a Champions League and FA Cup final to come, and they're still in the title hunt. This is going to be a shattering game for them. Our players are 100% fit. We've had another week's rest. We've got Breen up top with Simonson, Yates-Lloyd behind him. I am sticking with Simonson despite Sobral being very good, because sometimes Simonson can turn it on, and if he does, or if we get another player score early on, Simonson tends to come into his own element. Malagoni, Kovacic and Cook are those solid, experienced players in the middle. Lucas is on the left again because we've got Felipe Augusto back, which means Bob is now partnered by Mamana in the middle and Ketchell's behind them. I think this is our strongest possible team, actually. Maybe you could take Malagoni out and put in Imperiale, but I think right now Malagoni is a better player, which is why he's getting to start. And I really do think we can win this game. I still think we're going to win the title regardless. If we don't win this match and City get the victory, we have a home match with Liverpool to go. I think we'll win that. Liverpool are not a strong team. So either way, I think we're going to finish with a title in this series, but I want to do it in style at the City of Manchester Stadium. Dembele loses the ball to Lucas, but Stevanovic is there. He finds Seager. Here's Al Saide onto Dembele's boot. It's 1-0 to Man City. Stevanovic onto Riederwald. Now D'Alessandro. Plays the ball through and Abrantes has got into it. He's in on goal. Ketchell makes a good stop. Dembele's free kick. Cleared away. Riederwald should get to that first and does. Just hanging on to the ball and then finds D'Alessandro. Cook with a good tackle. I was worried he might get a second yellow. Instead, he's charging forward. Yates-Lloyd on the ball. He can certainly turn a game around. Malagoni with a 2-footed tackle from Stevanovic, who's definitely getting a straight red card for that. There's no questions about it. And we are switching to an attacking mentality. We've got a corner in the last second of the game. It all comes down to this, but Murray is there to catch it. We've not been able to make the most of having the extra man, and it looks like we're going to get beaten. Hopefully that isn't an indication of where this title's going, because it is going to the final day. We have Liverpool at home. We're going to need a much better performance to win the league. Liverpool currently all the way down in 11th place. It's going to be hopefully not that difficult a game for us, because we do have twice the points of them, but there is 1 point in it on the final game of the season. So this is what it all comes down to. The end of the series, the last match, is a match that decides the Premier League title, and if we can win it for the second year in a row. We are at home against Liverpool. Most of our players are available, some of them are missing, so we are playing with Simonsen, Paolo Roberto and Breen in the front three, sticking with that home formation because we know we can shift to the away formation if we're chasing a goal. Yates, Lloyd, Kovacic and Cook are in the middle, with Linnell at left back. Lucas moved into the middle with Mamana because Bob is going to miss this game. Felipe Augusto's at right back, Ketchel in goal. Important to note that Manchester City are away against Chelsea, so we could actually lose this game and still win the title, but Chelsea haven't been doing that well this season. We beat them 3-0 just a couple of games ago. Liverpool lost in midweek to Manchester United at Old Trafford in the league, so I'm hoping that they're not only tired but also demotivated and that we can use the home advantage, get the Geordies behind us, the Toon Army behind us, and win this game. Simonsen is started again. I know a lot of people question him, especially in these big games, but I love Simonsen. I know a lot of you guys do too, and I want to see him play in the final match of this season because we wouldn't have won the title last year or made the Champions League final if we hadn't signed him. He was the turning point in this series, and he deserves to be in the Premier League winning match. Well, you can see up in the top right, we have got the league table open. As it stands on these results, 0-0s in both games, we are winning the title. Chelsea in 6th place are taking on Man City. I'm going to live com this game because it is such an important match. We'll keep an eye on that table in the top right. We've got the first shot of the game, and we've got a highlight here with Kovacic forward to Breen. Edge of the area, whips it across, cleared away, but only as far as Linnell, who sends it back in, and Paolo Roberto has tucked it home to give us a lead against Liverpool 12 minutes into the final game of the season. That is a really important goal from a player who's been wanting to leave all season because he's not happy at his playing time, but he has turned up when it matters most and got us a goal that leaves us 4 points clear of Manchester City. Doesn't matter what happens in that game. All we need to do is hang on to this lead. Liverpool's still yet to have a shot in this game. The players are really up for this one, and I think that we can do it. We just need to keep playing as we are. Man City still 0-0 with Chelsea right now, so we're in a great position, 1-0 up at the moment. Things are going well. I'm going to tell them they're capable of even better. They've not really reacted to that, so we'll try and pump them up a little bit more with these little side team talks. And most players are pretty happy. Hopefully Simonsen can get a goal. Still 1-0 up, but we've had 8 efforts, 5 on target and 65% possession. Liverpool still yet to have a shot. Man City now on 87 points, so it's all a bit tight right now. Kovacic sends the ball out. Comes to him again. Breen inside. Simonsen's in there. Oh, it's blocked. I think one of the defenders got a deflection on that to keep it away. It is Kovacic to take the corner. He whips it in. Rooley catches it. Now, if we get pegged back, we will still be ahead of Manchester City at the moment. I think it must be all level in that game. The players are still pretty fresh. Some of them not having the best time. Gareth Breen might need to come off at some point. But while we're still ahead, I'm not too worried. I am going to shift to a defensive style of play because a point will give us the title. Mamana, our captain, has got injured. Not sure what injury he's got, but we do need to make a substitution. Albini is going to be the man to come on. He's been the number 3 sort of centre-back for quite a while now, at least as a substitute centre-back, so he will definitely do a job for us. We've got just 15 minutes to hang on to secure the Premier League title. Going to make some rolling substitutions now just to run down the clock. Yates can come off for Imperiale. 5 minutes left to go. Now Man City have taken the lead against Chelsea. You might see in that top right corner, it's 90 points and 89 points. 1 goal for Liverpool in this last minute will change absolutely everything. I'm going to take Simonsen off. It's his last involvement with me as manager. We've got 3 minutes of added time to hang on to as we look to secure this title. If we get pegged back, it's all over for us. We've got the ball near the Liverpool goal, 93 minutes in. Sampa makes the tackle, our former player. Paolo Roberto gets to the ball. Here's Imperiale, back to Kovacic. He's put it wide, but that should be the full-time whistle. There it is. The ticker tape is falling down. We've managed to defend the Premier League title. It's been another absolute nail-biter of a season, but we've managed to do it, finishing on 90 points, 1 point ahead of Man City. It's been such a tough run to get to this Premier League title. That game with Chelsea looked like an absolute belter. 3-2 City won it in the end. Must have been absolutely horrendous pulling out a result like that only to see us win the title, but we have led the pack right from the beginning. We've been absolutely emphatic this season, and it means that we retain the Premier League title for the second year in a row. Now, that is one of the reasons why I'm not sure I want to continue this save. Even though it's been close the last 2 seasons, we are now at a point where we're winning consecutive league titles. The squad's very, very young. It's only the midfield that needs overhauling, and even then we've got Imperiale and Yates-Lloyd there with running there as well. It's a very, very strong squad, and I think that this game will get a little bit boring to play for me if we're winning things all the time. That's why I'm going to take at least a break. It might not definitively be the end of the season, end of the series rather, because we still haven't won the Champions League, and I would like to win it at some point, but I want to take a break at least. I'm not sure I will come back to the save, but because some of you might want to see it carry on, I am going to try and make it available on the Steam Workshop if I can. I'll let you guys know on Twitter. So again, a reason to follow me on Twitter if you don't already, or in another video when I've actually done that, so that you guys can go and you can manage the likes of Simonsen, Imperiale, Yates-Lloyd all on your own, and hopefully win the Champions League with the team. You can always let me know on Twitter or in the comments if you do actually manage to achieve that. Maybe take a screenshot if you decide to carry this save on. I'll also put the tactics on Steam as well, on the Steam Workshop for Football Manager 2017. So it'll all be available for you if I can figure out how to do it. Hopefully it's quite easy. I've never done it before. But that is going to be the end of this episode. Now, we will do the end of season review tomorrow. We'll do the end of series review tomorrow. So we'll look back on all the great signings we've had, the ups and downs. But we've won the Premier League title. That's all I care about. It's another competition win for us, defending that title from the City and Manchester United clubs. But that will be it. Simonsen finishes top goal scorer. Drop a like if you've loved following the latest or newest Alan Shearer. 29 goals, pretty good return. He's had better seasons, but it was still very good. Subscribe to the channel if you're looking forward to a new series. Like I said at the start, check it out on Twitter if you want to see what we're going to be up to. That will start on Saturday, so make sure you're around at the weekend to watch that video. And until next time, see ya.